Sidney Crosby, one of the greatest players of his generation, has signed what could be his final contract in the NHL. With this new 2-year extension running through the 2026 to 27 season, Crosby will likely finish his career as a Pittsburgh Penguin. But what does this deal mean for Crosby, the Penguins, and the NHL? Sidney Crosby's 2-year, $17.4 million extension is more than just a number on paper. It represents the commitment he has to Pittsburgh. The deal, set at an average annual value of $8.70 million, echoing his jersey number and birth date, shows Crosby's personal connection to the team and his selflessness as a player. This contract kicks in for the 2025 to 26 season and carries the same cap hit as his previous 12-year deal, which will soon expire. What's remarkable about this deal is that Crosby refused a potential raise, signaling that his focus is on helping the Penguins succeed, rather than maximizing his own financial gain. Kyle Dubas, the Penguins general manager, praised Crosby for making this personal sacrifice to help the team remain competitive. Crosby's decision not to demand a higher salary gives the Penguins flexibility in their payroll, allowing them to focus on surrounding him with talent for another potential playoff run. Crosby's actions are a testament to his leadership and his desire to finish his career with the team he started with back in 2005. While you're enjoying this video, don't forget to slapshot that like button and dangle your way into a subscription for more top-shelf hockey content. With this extension, Sidney Crosby will likely play his entire career with the Penguins, a rarity in modern professional sports. This 2-year deal means that by the time it ends, Crosby will have spent over 2 decades in the NHL, all with the same team. His loyalty to Pittsburgh has been rewarded with 3 Stanley Cup championships and numerous individual accolades, but it's his leadership, both on and off the ice, that solidifies his legendary status. Crosby's ability to adapt his game as he's aged has kept him at the top of his sport, and this contract reflects his belief that there's still more he can accomplish. Crosby's legacy is tied not only to the success of the Penguins, but also to his contributions to hockey as a whole. He has become synonymous with excellence, setting a standard that few can match. From his countless clutch performances to his commitment to representing the Penguins through the highs and lows, Crosby's legacy as a Penguin will be remembered as one of the greatest in NHL history. This final contract only further cements his place in the pantheon of all-time hockey greats. Beyond the numbers, Crosby's legacy in Pittsburgh is deeply intertwined with the city's identity and its hockey culture. He has become more than just a player. He's a symbol of resilience and consistency. Through injuries, ups and downs, and changing team dynamics, Crosby has remained the face of the franchise, embodying the determination that Pittsburgh itself is known for. His leadership helped guide the Penguins through their most successful era, bringing them back to prominence after years of rebuilding. From hosting local charities to being an ambassador for the game, Crosby's impact extends beyond the ice, solidifying his place as one of the most beloved and respected athletes in Pittsburgh sports history. His unwavering loyalty to the Penguins organization has fostered a connection with fans that transcends his accomplishments, making him a once-in-a-generation player whose influence will be felt long after he retires. In the last 2 seasons, Sidney Crosby has shown remarkable consistency and durability, proving that even as he ages, his elite play continues to set him apart. During the 2022-23 season, Crosby played all 82 games, scoring 33 goals and adding 60 assists for a total of 93 points. This marked his highest point total since the 2018-19 season, and he finished 12th in the NHL scoring race. Crosby's ability to remain a top performer, especially at 37 years old, is impressive in a league where physical decline is common for players his age. His leadership on the ice has been crucial for the Penguins, especially in a season where the team missed the playoffs by just a few points. Even more notable, Crosby has avoided significant injuries, playing every game over the past 2 seasons, a rarity given his previous struggles with concussions and other ailments earlier in his career. His focus on preparation and conditioning has allowed him to maintain a high level of performance, consistently contributing at both ends of the ice. Crosby's play remains pivotal for Pittsburgh as he continues to push the pace of the game and demonstrate that age is just a number when paired with his skill and hockey intelligence. At 37 years old, Sidney Crosby continues to defy the typical decline associated with aging athletes. Just last season, he recorded 94 points, ranking 12th in the NHL scoring race, his highest total in several years. Crosby has shown remarkable durability over the past 2 seasons, missing missing no games, which is especially impressive considering his history with injuries earlier in his career. His ability to remain one of the top performers in the league, despite his age, is a testament to his physical conditioning and his deep understanding of the game. Crosby's extension means that when his contract ends, he'll be approaching his 40th birthday. Yet, his production and commitment show no signs of slowing down. This deal gives him 2 more seasons to compete for another Stanley Cup and climb further up the NHL's all-time scoring charts, where he currently ranks 10th with 1,596 points. It's clear that Crosby has plenty left to give, and this contract is an acknowledgement that both he and the Penguins believe there's more history to be made. For the Pittsburgh Penguins, re-signing Crosby is not just a sentimental move. It's a calculated decision to remain competitive. The Penguins missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons, which is unacceptable for a franchise built around winning with Crosby at the helm. General manager Kyle Dubas has made it clear that Crosby remains the cornerstone of the team's future, and his new contract provides stability as the Penguins look to return to playoff contention. Dubas's offseason moves, including acquiring Erik Karlsson, show a renewed commitment to putting a strong team around Crosby for one last push. While Crosby's salary doesn't break the bank under the salary cap, it's his leadership that's invaluable. With aging stars like Evgeny Malkin and Chris Letang still on the roster, the Penguins are in a win-now mode. Crosby's new contract signals that the Penguins are all in on squeezing every last bit of potential from this core group. However, it also places the pressure squarely on the front office to ensure that the team has the depth and talent to make a serious run before Crosby's legendary career comes to an end. This renewed commitment to Crosby also signals that the Penguins are aware of the shrinking window of opportunity. With their core aging, Pittsburgh is at a crossroads. By retaining Crosby, Malkin, and Letang, the team acknowledges that a full rebuild isn't yet on the horizon, but rather, they are in a transitional period where success hinges on immediate results. The acquisition of Erik Karlsson is a clear attempt to bolster the roster with a dynamic presence on defense, adding firepower that complements Crosby's offensive leadership. However, as the roster ages, the Penguins will need to carefully balance veteran experience with fresh talent to remain competitive. This approach makes it clear that the front office is betting on short-term success. For Crosby, this means the final years of his career will be defined by how well Pittsburgh navigates this delicate phase. The challenge lies in finding the right pieces to surround these aging stars without compromising the future. If successful, the Penguins could deliver one last championship push with their legendary captain leading the charge. If not, the risk of missing the playoffs for consecutive seasons looms larger than ever. Crosby's final years in the NHL will be closely watched, and his place in hockey history is already secure. When his final contract expires, we'll see if Crosby has one last act left in his storied career.